Hi, everybody. Welcome to week of July the 22nd, 2024. Let's see what's going on this week in the stars for you. And wait until I finish the overview, the planetary interaction for the week, and then I'll be going through each of the signs individually. All 12 signs. Okay, let's get going. All right, so right at the start of the week, we have two what's called astral trine aspects, which this is an amazing way to start the week off, as the trine is like walking the path of least resistance. It's like as if it's meant to be an easy passage. So we love that. Great way to start the week. The first trine is between the sun and Neptune. So this helps you just feel positive about life, inspired to step into your greatness and just feel amazing about yourself. So you want to do anything that makes you feel great and put distance between anything and anyone that doesn't make you feel great. Okay. The second trine is an interaction between Mars and Pluto. Pretty heavy duty, this, very powerful. And together, these planets, are usually somewhat challenging because they both want to be boss, right? So in this case, as both of these planetary, both of these are in the air signs of Gemini and Aquarius, which are thinking signs. It's likely to be more of an intellectual dilemma going on, or decisions to make, or just that to and fro within your own sort of mind, and before you make up your mind totally, right? But right now you have a chance to clear out the old, that stored energy, which you don't need, those stories that you keep saying, which are not helpful, and, bringing up things that are happening in the past. You want to keep the energy on the here, now, and on where you want to go, okay, on the future. And this is going to sort of bring up some, old sort of stories and, things about your self-worth and your beliefs about yourself, okay? So you want to sort of watch over this week what's coming up for you, and, just watch of the, things that you're saying to yourself, your self-talk. Is it empowering you or is it disempowering you? Okay, pay attention, because as soon as you notice what's going on in your mind, then you have a chance to change it. So, but to do this, you really have to schedule some you time. It's hard to do that inner work when you're with someone else, unless it's someone that you're really resonating with. They're on the same page as you, and on a vibratory level, you can discuss things with them to get more clarity. But, remember, sometimes when we're discussing things with people, it's not really that we want them to fix it for us. It might be that you just want to speak it out loud. And as you do that, this is what happens for me anyway, when I speak it out loud, it then gets sort of more clarity about it. And, then I can sort of grasp hold of it. So if that's the case for you too, you want to say right up front to a friend or whoever you're talking to that, I'm not really asking you to fix this for me. I just want to talk it through, okay? And so, because people just love, particularly men, they love to fix things, and sometimes, females don't really need it fixed. You just want to be heard, okay, and validated. So you may have to say that right up front, right? Now, at the same time, the sun will be in opposition to Pluto, and this is like a combination, which is a trigger point. So there's lots of action-oriented energy happening here. And if you can give yourself the time just to be with yourself, to show up for yourself in that way, then it's really possible just to offload a whole heap of baggage that you just don't really need to be carrying around anymore, okay? So hence, this is a very powerful time to, first of all, notice what's happening, notice that self-talk and go, yeah, that's not great. And now it's become a pattern. So now once you notice it, you can reframe it to what you would want to talk to yourself about and then restart again, okay? And then later in the week, the Sun was going to interact with Mars. This is also a very powerful and positive interaction. And it's going to further motivate you because Mars is the planet of motivation. And it's going to just motivate you to decide on a course of action, push the button to move forward, and just full stream ahead, okay? Because thought and positive thinking is one thing, but when you put action to it, that's really what makes it happen, okay? That's what brings it into manifesting it for you, okay? Now, Mercury will also make his move from the fire sign of Leo to the more organized and proficient sign of Virgo. So one of the signs that rules. Now, next month in August, Mercury will go retrograde and it will come back to Leo, okay? But for now, it's going into Virgo. So enjoy this time because it rules, Mercury rules a Virgo and also Gemini. So it's very comfortable in this position. Virgo, excuse me, is about getting organized, getting things together, planning, and getting systems and routines in place. A great, great time to think through and make some, make some changes that can improve your productivity, okay? Discussions can flow more easily now as well. And it's just a great time, as I said, to get organized, particularly with business, but also on a personal level, because, this position of the zodiac where Virgo sits is all about work-life balance, okay? Other things too, but that's one of the overriding vibratory energies, work-life balance. So this is a time to make sure that you're making inroads to, a healthier mind, body, and soul alignment with the universe, all right? And if you're interested in that, I do have a mind, body, and soul alignment course, which you can do just online, or you can choose to do it with me one-on-one. Just go into jenniferangel.com into programs, menu at the top, and you'll see everything that I've got to offer there. Better still, get on my newsletter and you'll get all the information as well as the specials. All right, so let's go on to each of the signs, and starting with Aries. So love matters really urge you to speak from your heart now, Aries. So you want to just say what you mean and mean what you say, all right? And that way you stay within integrity within yourself and with others. So, because here's the thing, no one can argue with you how you feel, right? That's how you feel. No one can argue with that. And okay, so, and at work, don't assume anything. If you have doubts, just be mindful that full moon energy right now can just scatter your thoughts. And so you want to just use your common sense. How does it look? How does it feel? What does your common sense tell you? Okay. All right, so Taurus, just reach for the stars, Taurus. And when it's about money, no matter what your current situation is, just make a plan and make it big, okay? So whatever your plan is, just double it, all right? And if you fall somewhere in the middle or you get to your original plan, all good, right? And with the presence of the full moon, life is intense and anything can happen now. I mean, full moon energy is a trigger point. It's like it really just intensifies that emotional energy and it helps you come to conclusions, all right? So just stay focused and, decide what you want to do, where you want to be, make a plan, stay focused, and head in that direction, all right? All right, Gemini. So when it concerns money, don't allow someone to step on your territory, Gemini. You're highly creative. You know exactly what you're doing. You don't need anyone to step in and mess with you. You want to take control before they do, okay? So guard your territory. And, keep in mind that not everything you hear is going to be true. So trust your instincts, all right? Now, deal with your emotional issues. You want to leave them to the past. If something keeps coming up for you, just decide, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of this taking up space in my mind, and just move on from it, okay? All right, so Cancer, if you're looking for love, Cancer, this could be your lucky week, right? I hope so. I wish that for you. And, you know, with Venus in your sign and the energy of the full moon opposite, then your attraction factor right now is just heating up. So don't spend all your time at the office, right? You're looking for love, you want to get out and just, you know, and just be open to open and receptive to receiving all the love the universe has to offer you. Okay, that's a good affirmation for you. And you know, and be careful, you know, even though that's showing up in your chart, you know, don't leave everything to fate. You want to be like positive, proactive about attracting someone's attention. Good luck. Okay, so Leo, beware of big talkers, Leo. Everybody seems to have an opinion. Everybody wants to share it with you. Some people just love to exaggerate or make things up. You know the ones I'm talking about. You're very smart, so you can pick them straight away and just, you know, take it with a grain of salt, as we say. But it's wise to pay attention to what people do. Right? Remember the old saying, actions speak louder than words. And are their words and their actions congruent? So you want to watch that. And if you just step back and let people, you know, do their thing, then often, you know, when you're quiet, people will reveal who they are, what they're doing, and what their intentions are. Okay, so you want to be a little strategic about it. And if financial decisions need your attention, well, get ready to start talking. Okay, so you want to put your hand up and say, this is for me, or deal with your personal finances. And with love, look for sincerity. And it's the same thing. This is like a theme coming through for you this week, that you want to be sincere, and then you attract sincerity. And, you know, as I say, some people just like the sound of their own voice, right? You know, anyway, you're smart, you'll sort it out, you'll work it out. All right, Virgo, your research skills and attention to detail are both first rate, Virgo. You know, you're rarely wrong, and that can be annoying to some people, but it's true, because, you know, you have an eye for detail, and you have like a perseverance for accuracy, you know, but in the end, remember, it's best just to aim for win-win outcomes, especially when it's to do with business or work colleagues. So you want to keep that in mind. The best solution or outcome is when everybody, if possible, I know it's not always possible, but everybody feels like they've been dealt a fair deal. Okay. Stand by for love. All right. So a moment of realization during this next, upcoming time, this next week, and through this next month or so, a moment of realization can really change everything for you. And just in a second, and it's like you can get that like aha moment that just clicks in, and you go, yeah, okay, I know what that's about now, or you know what, I don't have to have any more clarification about that. I get it. And you can move on. All right. All right. So Libra, communication is still the most effective way to solve any issue, Libra. No one knows that better than you. And so if you have something to say, don't hold back, but, just use your innate skill of being diplomatic. You're a great mediator, and you have a skill of putting across things more diplomatically, softer, not like Aries. Aries just goes straight in. And so this is a real gift of yours. Don't forget that and remember it. All right. Now, family may need your, attention now, and may need you to take control of a situation, because guess what? You can. All right. You're like the best person for the job, so to speak. But just be strategic with what you say and who you say it to and when. Okay, so life has like a timing pattern. Like if you're cooking a recipe, certain things have to go in first before you finish the recipe. If you're doing a sales presentation, like there's getting to know, then there's a nurturing, then there's a selling. I mean, there's a process. So it's the same when you're having a discussion or a serious discussion or well-needed discussion. Be a little strategic about when, how, and to who, okay? Scorpio, your dynamic energy, Scorpio, it's irresistible, really. I don't say that just because I have 3 planets in Scorpio. I have some good friends, Scorpio friends too, but it's an irresistible energy for sure. So you want to take time just to socialize, take advantage of being able to rub shoulders with the most powerful people on the guest list or in your little black book. People that you come across, they're the people who can help you, perhaps not even for now, but in the future, because relationships take time to build, right? And positive news on the career front is due as well. So you want to prepare to get into negotiation mode and figure out, what is your end? What's your deal breaker? What can you compromise on? Because a negotiation is a to and fro. And, when you work out what the best situation is and what the worst situation is, and you come somewhere in between that, then that's probably good, but you have to sort that out. And when you sort that out first, before you go into the negotiation table, you've got a lot more power because you're more in control yourself, okay? Okay, so Sagittarius, a new financial development can just open opportunities and quickly, okay? So something can come out of the blue now, so pay attention, keep an open mind. However, if someone tends to exaggerate and they do, then you want to keep that in mind as well, all right? Now, a family development indicates that you could be just moving on and not getting stuck in the past. So if it's something that keeps coming up, you want to go like, enough. We've been over and over this, bring it to a close, try to find a resolution, and just like, because when you keep going over and over and over things, then you just keep getting stuck in that spot. And that's not you. You're a freedom-loving sign, you're a fire sign, so you've got a lot of sort of sassy panache about you, and you're visionary, okay, which is one of your greatest talents, of zodiac sort of strengths. So the last thing you want is to get stuck in the past. So sort out if something's like just keeps going on and on, just bring it to a close any way you can, all right? Okay, so Capricorn, new moon energy or moon energy, full moon energy, sorry, in your sign, in our sign, hello fellow Caps, it's gonna send our emotions like sky high. So, be mindful of that. And if you're feeling a little emotional about things, you're gonna let it out, don't sort of push it down. And sometimes another event which is nothing to do with what's going on for you, can spark emotion. And that's what's called, or what I call, a subliminal release. It's like when you watch a movie, it's a rom-com for me, or a comedy movie, or listen to some music, and it just, touches you at that heart level. And that's like a subliminal release of pent up emotion or stress. So let that happen, because it'll help to just release whatever else is going on in your life, okay? And now, as love vibrations pull on your heart strings right now, you want to be careful about what you say, okay? And, I mean, and like, we do get the textbook term of being controlling. I don't get that, do you? I mean, we like to control our own lives because, we like to be in charge. And let's face it, to be a leader, you really need to be in control of at least yourself. Okay, so you know, it's not like we want to control everyone else, or maybe we do at some point, you know. But you know, you want to be careful with love relationship that you allow, you know, the person that you're with or the person that you want to be with, that you allow them freedom to be themselves. Okay, you allow them a certain amount of freedom. You go about your business, they go about your business, and then with compatibility, you'll meet somewhere in the middle. Okay, so you know, at the same time, it looks like you're going to have to prepare for a deep and meaningful, you know, discussion. And that's why I say, you know, be careful about how you say it and what to say, and the timing, of course. All right, but good to have that discussion. It's coming up for you, particularly as Mercury is going to go retrograde next month. So, you know, for the rest of this month, it's a good time to deal with anything, particularly of a sensitive nature. All right. Now, at work, sometimes inaction is the best form of action. Now, I know as a Capricorn, you're not lazy. Capricorns are hard-working people, but sometimes, and this is how it is for me anyway, when I put something off because, you know, I know that I don't procrastinate, I know that I'm not lazy, and if I put something on, there's generally a reason for it, you know, which I don't know at the time what that reason is, but later down the track, it reveals itself. Oh, okay, there's more to come to light for that situation. Hence, that's why my intuitiveness or my inner guidance was just sort of saying, leave that for now. Okay, so don't give yourself a hard time saying that you're lazy, you could do more and all the rest of it. I mean, you know, you do it, you do enough, believe me. I know I have many Capricorn friends and a Capricorn myself, and so that's a lesson that I learned, and I hope that's useful for you. All right, so Aquarius, be sensible about love, Aquarius. But you know, don't be too cautious with your heart about, you know, with Mars in your love zone, as well as the Sun and Venus. I mean, this all in your love zone, it's a very passionate time for lovers, right? And you can build a closer bond with your sweetheart now. And, you know, if you're looking for love, then it's really possible this is one of the periods, you know, that you can meet someone wonderful. If it doesn't happen during this time, don't worry. There's going to be lots of other aspects that will come and put love right in front of you as well. But, you know, just enjoy the moment. Don't get too caught up with how you think it should be, and just enjoy what it is and see where that takes you, okay? All right, so Pisces, so discussions at work can indicate the start of something new, but be patient because the timeline could change. But this is a good time this month if you can lock things down, because Mercury is going to go retrograde next month, and you know, things tend to sort of slow down a little bit when Mercury is retrograde, but it does give you a chance to deal with things that you already have, you know, on your plate or sitting at the bottom of that in tray. Okay. But yeah, something new is coming in for you, so that's the good news. Now with friends, you can give friends advice, but remember, what they do with your advice is none of your business. It's entirely up to them. So don't go like giving advice and then getting upset because someone doesn't follow it, okay? So your job here is just to be supportive as much as you can, and then let the other person make up their own mind as to what they want to do and be happy with that, okay? Now with family, a situation can work out like, or just organically now. It's like, don't get in and interfere. Don't try to get in there and fix it, because sometimes, you know, there's like a flow of energy where things are happening. If you get in and try to fix it all or interfere, then you know, then you can take a couple of steps back, and you know, just upsets the flow. So let it work out organically. It's interesting when you take a step back, and this is particularly highlighted for family, but you know, it could be for other people as well. But it's interesting when you take a step back and you be spectator and just watch what goes on. It's very interesting what you can find out. People tend to reveal a lot more when they don't think that they're being watched or grilled. Okay. All right, so thanks so much for watching, and have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. All right, bye for now.